You feel the deck plates tremble beneath your feet. It is not the familiar rumble of the drive core. This is a deep, resonant shivering. It is the shudder of a ship touching something utterly alien. Outside the forward view screen, there is no outside anymore. The stars have ceased to be sharp, distant diamonds. They are bleeding into long, incandescent ribbons. Colors you have never seen before paint the void. The ship groans. It is the sound of ancient metal under an impossible pressure. On the bridge, the air is thick with held breaths. Every officer is frozen at their station. Their faces are lit by the surreal wash of melting starlight. You grip the railing, knuckles white. The tide of this new space is pulling at you. It is pulling at every atom of the vessel. This is the place from the old charts, the rift of unmaking. The captain had said it was a gateway, a trial. You are beginning to understand. This is no simple journey. This is a baptism. And the water is made of raw, untamed creation. The shuddering subsides. The star streaks slowly resolve back into points of light. But they are different now. Sharper, brighter. The ship hangs in a silence more profound than any you have ever known. A young ensign to your left lets out a shaky laugh. He says it felt like going over a waterfall without a barrel. You cannot help but smile. He is not wrong. You have crossed the threshold. The baptism has begun. You have entered the void. You leave the quiet tension of the bridge. Your footsteps echo down the main corridor. The decks here gleam with a soft, gray luster. They are polished with generations of comet ash. Each grain is a memory of a long journey. This ship is a cathedral of wanderers. It has sailed the dark for centuries. Its hull plates are inscribed with the names of forgotten stars. Its heart is a core that has outlived empires. You run your hand along the cool metal wall. You can almost feel the echoes of past crews. You find the captain in the forward observation lounge. Eva Rostova stands alone before the great window. The strange new cosmos glitters in her eyes. She does not turn as you approach. She speaks softly, her voice filled with a kind of reverence. She tells you of the legends, tales of ancient fleets that roamed the universe before humanity was born. She calls them the first wanderers. They left behind whispers. They left maps written in gravity and light. They believed some ships could become more than machines. If a vessel was brave enough, if its crew was worthy enough, it could be accepted by the universe itself. It could be reborn as something star-born, a true child of the cosmos. She finally turns to you. A wry smile touches her lips. Sounds like a fairy tale, doesn't it? She asks. You look out at the impossible stars. You think of the shuddering hull. It does not feel like a fairy tale at all. It feels like a promise. A new sound begins to fill the ship. It is not an alarm. It is a soft, melodic pulse. It seems to come from everywhere at once. The ship's internal comms chime. It is the chief engineer. His voice is a mix of awe and confusion. The signal is coming from the drive core. It is not a malfunction. The core is singing. You and the captain hurry toward the engineering bay. The pulse grows stronger with every deck you descend. It vibrates in your bones. It feels ancient. You step into the great chamber of the engine. The drive core hangs suspended in a web of magnetic fields. It is a sphere of contained starlight, and it is glowing with a soft, rhythmic light. The pulse of light matches the sound perfectly. The engineers stand mesmerized. They have run every diagnostic. The core is stable. In fact, it has never run more efficiently. One of them tells you the energy signature is impossible. It is like listening to a newborn galaxy take its first breath. The song of the core seems to fill your mind. It speaks of vast emptiness and brilliant creation. It is a language without words. You realize the ship is not just traveling through this strange space, it is communicating with it. The core has found a resonant frequency. It is learning the melody of this place. The captain places a hand on the containment field's railing. She looks at the glowing sphere. "It's waking up," she whispers. You know she is right. The heart of the ship is coming alive. A proximity alert suddenly cuts through the engine song. The calm on the bridge is shattered. You race back, your heart pounding. On the main view screen, the sensor display is a mess of shadows. Long-range scans show nothing solid. No ships, no asteroids. Just disturbances. They are vast, dark shapes drifting just beyond the edge of this reality. They move with a slow, deliberate grace. Like leviathans in a deep ocean, they are watching you. You can feel their attention. It is a palpable weight against the hull. It is the gaze of something ancient and powerful. The tactical officer reports no energy signatures, no weapon locks, no communications. They are simply there. Silent sentinels at the gate. The crew calls them the Guardians. It is a fitting name. They drift in the periphery, silent judges. Waiting. You wonder what they are waiting for. What proof do they require? The captain orders the ship to hold its position. "We do not run," she says, her voice steady. "We show them we are not afraid." So you wait. You watch the silent shadows dance at the edge of space. The core continues its soft, rhythmic song. It is the only sound on the bridge. A single brave heartbeat in a vast and silent cathedral. The Guardians do not move closer, but their presence is everywhere. You are being tested. Your courage is being weighed in the balance. The test becomes physical. Alarms scream through the ship. The Guardians have moved, not to attack, but to herd. They have pushed a wave of debris directly into your path. The screen fills with tumbling, jagged shapes. They are not normal meteors. They glow with a faint, sickly light. They are shards of something that does not belong in your universe. The ship's automated defenses spit fire, but there are too many. Impacts begin to rattle the hull like drumbeats of war. You are at the helm. Your hands are slick on the control rod. The captain's orders are calm and clear in your ear. "Give me a dance, pilot. A beautiful dance." You push the ship into a roll. You thread the needle between two massive shards. Another impact shudders through the deck. Red lights flash on a damaged control panel. You ignore them. Your focus is on the screen, on the deadly ballet unfolding before you. You are no longer just a pilot. You are a partner to this living ship. The vessel responds instantly to your touch. It feels alive under your command. It dodges and weaves with an impossible grace. The song from the engine core seems to guide your hands. It shows you the path an instant before you see it. It is an instinctual connection. Man and machine moving as one. Another shard grazes the port nacelle. The impact is a jarring screech of torn metal. But you are already moving past it, dancing through the storm, proving your worth. The storm passes. The last of the meteoric shards tumbles away into the void. The bridge is quiet again, save for the hum of the systems. The damage reports are coming in. The ship is hurt, but alive. The hull is scarred, but the heart is still beating its steady, cosmic song. You slump back in your chair, your arms trembling with adrenaline. You survived the first test. The Guardians have fallen back. They are watching again from the veil, waiting to see what you will do next. You join the chief science officer in the Star Lab. Her team is analyzing the data from the debris field. The results are unsettling. She brings up a complex model on the main display. The shards weren't rock, she explains. They were fragments of crystallized space-time. She points to a swirling equation. The turbulence from their passage was not just kinetic energy. It was actively warping the fabric of reality around the ship. Every impact was a small crisis of physics. You stare at the numbers. The odds of navigating that field were low, very low. The science officer gives a weak smile. The Academy never taught us how to dodge a localized paradox. Her attempt at humor is a welcome relief. It breaks the heavy silence in the lab. It is one thing to fight a physical enemy. It is another to fight the rules of the universe itself. And you had just flown through a storm of broken rules. The ship's survival was not just skill. It was not just luck. There was another factor. The science officer shows you another screen. It displays the energy output from the drive cord during the storm. It was fluctuating in perfect sync with the spatial distortions. The ship was not just dodging the danger, it was anticipating it. The core's song was a shield. It was a guide. It was a new kind of star science. One you were writing in real time. A new alert comes from the bridge. This one is different. It is not a threat. It is a signal. A single, clear point of light has appeared in the distance. It is not a star. It pulses with a steady, rhythmic beat. A lighthouse of pure ion fire on the shore of an unknown sea. The navigator patches its signal through the ship's speakers. It is a low, resonant hum. A perfect harmony to the song of your own engine. The beacon is calling to you. The crew looks to the captain. The ship is damaged. The logical course would be to retreat, to leave this impossible place. But no one suggests it. All eyes are on that distant light. It is a promise, a destination. The reason you came here. The beacon's rhythm feels like a heartbeat. It feels like home. The captain looks at the view screen. A slow smile spreads across her face. Well, she says softly. It would be rude not to answer. You feel a sense of purpose settle over the crew. The fear is gone, replaced by a resolute determination. The ship turns slowly. Its scarred nose points toward the distant beacon. The drive core's song deepens. It seems to answer the call of the beacon, a duet across the silent void. The Guardians remain at the edge of the veil. They watch you move toward the light. Their test is not over. The path to the beacon is the next phase of your trial. As you draw closer to the ion beacon, a new presence touches your mind. It is not a sound. It is not a light. It is a thought that is not your own. It enters the consciousness of every crew member at the same time. It is a voice that feels impossibly old. It carries the immense weight of time. The voice names itself. It is the Elder Ones. They are the Guardians, the keepers of this gateway. Their message is not in words, but in pure concepts. They speak of a great covenant, a pact between the universe and the life that is born within it. They show you images of 1,000 civilizations that failed their test, worlds that chose power over wisdom, species that burned brightly and then turned to ash. They show you your own history, your wars, your triumphs, your endless, restless reach for the stars. They are not judging you. They are simply showing you what you are. They tell you this rift is a crucible. It does not grant power. It reveals what is already there. It burns away the impurities. It tests the strength of the spirit. The ship is not just a machine. It is an avatar of your species. Its journey is your own. The message ends, but the feeling of their presence remains. A silent, ancient gaze from within your own mind. The covenant is offered. The choice is yours, to accept the trial or to turn back and be forgotten. A gasp ripples across the bridge. You look at the forward screen. The ship itself is changing. The scarred hull plates begin to glow. A soft, internal light shines through the metal. It starts as a faint shimmer. Then it builds into a cascade of color. The entire vessel is wrapped in a sheath of rainbow plasma. It is not a heat shield. It is not a weapon. It is something new. A visual manifestation of the ship's awakening spirit. The light pours into the bridge. It washes over the crew in waves of emerald and gold and violet. The grim faces of the officers soften with wonder. Someone begins to cheer. The sound is infectious. Soon the whole bridge is filled with laughter and applause. It is a moment of pure, unadulterated joy. The darkness of the void has yielded. The crushing weight of the trial has lifted for a moment, replaced by a dazzling display of hope. The rainbow plasma does more than just shine. The damage reports on your screen begin to blink out, one by one. The torn hull plates are sealing themselves. The strained systems are stabilizing. The ship is healing itself. It is using the strange energy of this place as a balm. The Elder Ones gave you a test of fire, and you have emerged not burned, but reforged. Brighter, stronger, more beautiful than before. In the aftermath of the light show, a deep calm settles over the bridge. The cheering subsides into a quiet awe. You look around at the faces of your crewmates. You see the navigator running a hand over his console, a look of wonder on his face. You see the tactical officer staring out at the rainbow hull, her expression unreadable. You see Captain Rostova watching her people, a look of fierce pride in her eyes. No one speaks. There is nothing to say. A new understanding has been forged in this crucible. It is an unspoken accord, a bond of absolute trust that connects every person on this ship. You have faced the impossible together. You have danced through a storm of broken physics. You have listened to the thoughts of ancient beings. You have seen your ship reborn in fire and light. Words are no longer necessary. You are a single crew, a single mind, a single spirit. The captain catches your eye. She gives you a small, almost imperceptible nod. It is a nod of trust, a nod of command, a nod that says, "Take us forward." You turn back to the helm. Your hands close around the controls. They feel like an extension of your own body. The ship waits. The beacon calls. The crew stands ready. You are united in purpose, bound by the silent accord. The journey must continue. You ease the ship forward. It moves into a new region of the void, a darkness deeper than anything you have ever seen. You have entered the abyss. Here, there are no stars, no distant galaxies, just an endless, suffocating black. Even the brilliant rainbow plasma of your hull seems muted here. The light struggles against the oppressive emptiness, as if the darkness itself is drinking the light. This is a place where light comes to die. Fear should be your constant companion here, the primal human terror of the dark. But it is not. The ship hums around you. The steady, rhythmic song of the core is a constant reassurance. It is a promise of return. It is a tiny star burning bravely against the infinite night. The crew is silent. Each person is lost in their own thoughts. This part of the journey is not a test of skill. It is a test of faith. Faith in the ship. Faith in each other. You navigate by instinct. The beacon is no longer visible to the eye, but you can feel it. A gentle pull on the ship's core, a resonant note in the engine's song. You are steering through a sea of nothingness, following a melody only your ship can hear. Time seems to lose all meaning. Hours or days could be passing. Your entire universe has been reduced to the soft glow of the bridge, the quiet hum of the ship, and the endless black outside the windows. Strange things begin to happen in the abyss. You start to hear whispers. They are not the voice of the elder ones. They are fainter. Closer, they seem to come from the hull of the ship itself. At first, you think it is just the strain on your mind, a trick of the long silence. But then you see others reacting. An engineer looks up from his console, tilting his head. The navigator frowns, touching her earpiece as if to clear it. You are all hearing it. The whispers are ghosts. They are echoes of past voyages. The ship's long history is replaying itself in the deep dark. You hear the frantic commands of a captain during a forgotten battle. You hear the laughter of a crew celebrating a new discovery. You hear the final, whispered words of an explorer who died far from home. The ship is an echo chamber of memory, and its memories are coming alive. These ghosts are not frightening. They are comforting. They are the voices of your ancestors, the star-born pilgrims who sailed this same vessel through their own trials. Their courage and their fear and their hope are soaked into the very metal of the ship. They are guiding you now. Their whispers help you adjust your course. Their warnings steer you away from unseen dangers in the dark. You are not alone in the abyss. The entire legacy of your people is with you. You feel a change in the resonance of the beacon. The pull is growing stronger. The hum of the engine is rising in pitch. A point of brilliant white light appears in the darkness ahead. It grows with astonishing speed. It is not a star. It is a gateway, a sun of pure, cleansing fire. This is the source of the beacon's call. This is the heart of the baptism. The captain's voice is steady beside you. "Take us in," she says, steady as she goes. You guide the ship toward the light. The rainbow plasma on the hull flares, growing impossibly bright. The ship trembles not with fear, but with anticipation. You are flying into the heart of a sun. But there is no heat. There is no radiation. There is only light. A pure, perfect light that seems to burn away all shadows. It fills the bridge. It fills your mind. It feels like absolution. The starborn fire washes over the vessel. You watch as the last of the battle scars from the debris field vanish. The very molecules of the hull seem to realign themselves into something stronger, something new. The ship's systems sing in a chorus of perfect harmony. The engine's song becomes a triumphant anthem. This is the final baptism. The vessel is cleansed. It is consecrated. It is reborn. In the heart of the star fire, a legend is born. The journey back is a dream. You emerge from the rift of unmaking not into normal space, but something better. The ship glides through the void with an effortless grace. Space seems to bend around it, welcoming it home. There is no need for warp drives or wormholes. The ship simply arrives. In the blink of an eye, you have crossed 1,000 light years. The familiar moons of your home system swing into view. They are bathed in a soft, emerald light from your world's atmosphere. The planet's towers pulse with lights of greeting. They have been waiting. They have been watching. Your small vessel, once a simple explorer ship, now glows with an inner fire. It is a star that has returned home. The comms channels are flooded with joyous, disbelieving voices. You have returned from the place of legends. You have done the impossible. You have baptized a starship. You glide into a high orbit. A fleet of smaller ships rises to meet you. They are an honor guard. They flank your vessel, their crews staring in awe at your glowing hull. You look down at the blue and green marble of your world. It looks so fragile, so beautiful. You left as explorers. You have returned as something more. You are messengers. You are proof that humanity is ready to join the great covenant of the stars. Your final duty is to tell the story. You sit in the quiet of your quarters. The ship's log is open on the screen before you. You begin to type. You write of the shivering hull and the melting stars. You write of the decks polished with comet ash. You write of the engine's song and the silent, watching guardians. You describe the dance through the storm of broken physics. You record the message of the elder ones. You try to capture the beauty of the rainbow plasma and the cleansing starborn fire. You are not just writing a report. You are writing a testament, a new legend to be whispered by future generations of star sailors. They will walk these same decks. They will look out at these same stars. They will feel the echoes of your journey in the ship's living memory. Your story will become their guide. It will be their map to the rift. It will be their courage in the darkness. You look out your viewport at the fleet gathering around your ship. Young pilots in new vessels, their faces filled with hope and wonder. Their eyes will follow the same bright trail you have blazed. Your baptism is over. But for humanity, it is just the beginning. You have opened the door. You have passed the test. You have given your people the stars. And you write it all down. For them, the legacy of the baptized has just begun.